change of the weather, which is something that I'm sure we have all noticed. Yeah, was it? Impending disaster. Well, that's quite a way of putting it. But yes, I do understand. There have been a lot of changes caused by this climate change. And I want you to know that you are not alone. All over the world, people like you, people who live off of the land and follow the traditions of their forefathers are facing difficult times. And that is why we are here. I also want you to know that our scientists have worked very hard to understand the conditions that cause this climate change and what we can do about it. But, as wise as they are, we know that they cannot do it alone. This is something that affects all people, bonke abantu, and the world that we live in. If we are going to tackle this thing called climate change, we need to know more about it, and we need to know how it has been affecting people like you. And this is where I need your help. You are the ones who know this land. You know the crops that you are growing, the foods that you are eating, and how the community works. I do not know these things. So, I am asking for your help. For the time that I am here, I would like you to share your knowledge with me. And in return, I will share our knowledge with you, so that together we can find some creative solutions to deal with these problems that we are facing. Okay? So, here I am. Teach me your songs. And that was how it began. All these changes that happened in our community. You know, it was the first time that someone had come to our community and treated us like we were the ones who had all the knowledge. The others who had come had only come with their foreign ideas and did not seem so concerned with the way that we do things, the ways of life that we have chosen, the ways of life that have been chosen for us. They did not respect the authority of our ancestors or our shamans or our God. But now, things were different. The friends of the scientists listened to our stories about our life and our community. They learned to sing our songs. They came to some of our ancient ceremonies and celebrated with us. It became clear, even to the elders and the shamans, that a new age had begun, when the wisdoms of our different worlds shall no longer be at war, but through their unity, elucidate the truth and give us total knowledge. The ancestors blessed us once again. Then one day, the friends of the scientists said that they wanted to put together a drama. A drama. Oh, my sister was happy about that. You know, she was always the show-off in the family, and this was her big chance. But before the drama, we started to talk about the foods that we are eating and some of the crops that we are growing. You know, the umrusho, the milipap, all these things. The visitors explained to us that these changes were affecting the land that these crops are growing on, and that some crops would bear a good harvest if we changed our planting seasons, but that others would not survive at all. So, we started a testing plot. We took 2 hectares of land up on that side of the mountain, and we took another 2 hectares down there in the valley. Some of the women were assigned to root out the weeds and to prepare the land so that we could grow mealies, sorghum, beans, wheat, amadumbis, and cassava. Once we had planted the crops and we began to see them grow, we started to make some new recipes for the foods that we are eating. Instead of maize porridge, we tried sorghum porridge. Instead of maize bread, we tried amadumbi bread. The whole community was gathered to cook the food using only the utensils that we had, and everyone had a taste. Some of the dishes were successful, others, they were not. The visitors were our patient helpers, seeing how we preferred to do things and learning our tastes. But the drama is what got everyone excited. All the little children clustered together behind the trees to see what the youth and some of the adults were preparing, learning from the strangers and teaching them our songs and dances. They would be gone for hours, but we could hear the beat of the drum and we could see the dust rising beyond the homestead. When the day came for us to see what they had prepared, it was like a celebration for the whole community, not unlike many of our own celebrations. The youth entertained us with their stories and entranced us with the drums of their spirit. They spoke of the wonders of our time, the trials of our people, the survival of our race, the climate change, and our ways of life, our customs, our crops, our food, our hope, our soul, our change, our story. We laughed until our eyes watered and our cheeks were tired. And silently, we revered the infinite power of the universe, its terrible anger, its unattainable knowledge, its mercy. And we did this together as people of different languages and races and customs, but one spirit. That was a day that I will never forget. And today, the times are still changing. Even the earth is changing. And we are changing with it. That is how we survive. That is how the ancient ones survived through us.